once
Who's
we're...
gonna announce the
Uh-oh. So,
co-host, or are you co-host?
sorry.
What's working? What's up?
Huh?
Who's co-host?
What do you mean co-host?
Yeah, because every time there's one more than one person, like whoever is the host is introducing. Like I'm here with so
Uh-huh.
and so, right?
I mean, we're a team, though.
Okay, so who's doing the introduction?
I don't know. Are you better at introductions?
Uh, I mean, one of the other podcasts they kind of switch over, so one person does it one week, the other person does it the next week.
Uh-huh.
So we can just do whichever one this week.
Okay. So what do you think?
Do you want to do it?
Hmm. Well, maybe you should, since you've been like asking people about your podcast and getting opinions and everything.
Okay, I'll do it then.
Um. All right. So I'll start the stream.
Okay.
That's the first thing they would hear.
Oh no, no.
Uh, YouTube updating. It's got OtakuTea thumbnail. All right. So are we good to go?
So do we start?
Yeah. We can
Oh,
start.
okay. Yeah, we're starting. We're live. Okay. Hey everyone. Welcome to the podcast. This is Otaku Tea. All right. So I am Tomoya from Tomoya Collections, or Random Tomoya, or my new shamelessly self-promoting my new channel, Tomoya Gaming, and I am here with KittyGaming. Say hi, Chris.
Hello. It's my first time doing a podcast.
Oh, same here, same here. This is going to be a very weird and awkward first podcast, but welcome to the podcast, guys.
Yay, podcast.
Yay, podcast. All right. So I'm not gonna lie. I've I've been thinking about like doing a podcast for a really long time, and like, who wants to hear a one-man show? So I kind of dragged along Kitty Gaming to do the podcast with me. So how do you feel about that?
I feel extremely pressured, and I don't appreciate all this peer pressure that made me do this. And I think it was a wonderful idea, so I'm excited to be here.
Awesome. Yay. Okay, yes, I kind of peer pressured Chris to even be on this podcast. I'm not going to lie. Again, cuz we're both small YouTubers, and podcasts are usually announced with like these really big YouTubers. I don't know if you listen to any other podcasts out there.
I listened to the Rooster Teeth podcast.
Oh, oh, I didn't know they had one.
Yeah, they've had one for many years, actually.
Oops, I am late to the podcast game. I listened to Rotten Mango, The Try Guys, Trash Taste, The Sip, and Abroad in Japan. So I listened to quite a few of them.
Uh huh.
So it's kind of weird to be on one right now.
Right, but it seems like you have a lot of experience with podcasts.
And not really. I really just started like maybe a month or two ago listening to podcasts, and the first one I ever listened to was Rotten Mango. And that hers is like a true crime podcast, things that she can't really talk about on YouTube, which, when you are a creator, you got to do your things on YouTube, and then things you want to do on the side, you do it on a podcast.
Uh-huh. I mostly listen to the Rooster Teeth podcast on YouTube because they release the video portions of the podcast on there. So you can see them as they're talking, which I guess gives more context to a lot of things because a lot of the things they do are like visual gags as well.
Yeah, Trash Taste does the same thing, and the Sip as well. Again, Rotten Mango can't really do that just because it's stuff that is going to get her demonetized on YouTube. So you get what you get, and you love what you love, right?
Yeah.
So, um, this podcast, you guys might be wondering, what are we going to be talking about on this really small platform podcast of ours? Uh, this podcast was really created off like just a whim. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. And I just had like one day I wanted to do a podcast because I like talking. I don't know if you guys watch my channel, but if you do, please subscribe. Shameless promotion. But yeah, I like talking. My videos are pretty long. Sad whoopity doo. But I do not like talking to myself most of the time. So I thought podcast would be a better idea. To share the weeb that's inside of me. Do you consider yourself a weeb?
I think we all consider ourselves weebs. We just don't like to admit it.
I mean, some of us do. I'm a proud weeb.
Cool, cool.
Yeah, so but like I don't know if the whole podcast, if you guys stay here for with us for a while, I think we're gonna go probably on and off with like anime stuff and then stuff that we just probably might want to talk about other stuff that might not have to do with anime or manga or Japanese related content. But you know what?
Were you gonna say Among Us?
No. No.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay.
But you are a gaming channel. Why haven't you done Among Us yet?
I have never played Among Us, and I do not plan on playing Among Us.
And that is why we are not growing.
I mean, it's also because I never upload.
I mean, true. For you, that you should start uploading.
I have like 10 or 15. I don't even know how many videos I have, but I have a lot of videos on my backlog that I just need to edit. And I do not feel like editing because it takes forever.
I mean, I've seen your videos and you do a lot of editing, which I'm actually kind of jealous of
I
your
have to
editing skills.
I have to cut out a lot of stuff because I do a lot of all that filler. I do a
I
lot of filler.
mean, anime loves filler. Why not? Why not give the audience the one thing they hate in anime, right?
Because it's bad to do that.
I do a lot of literally after every sentence. So I apologize if you hear me say a lot of the right.
Well, this is going to be an unedited podcast because otherwise it's never going to get uploaded. So
True, you right. But unedited podcasts are actually the realest podcasts. Like, why would you want to edit something like that? Isn't it cool?
yeah, and I guess it makes it easier to get things rolling. We don't have to worry
True.
about finding all the little areas where we need to fix something.
True, true. And again, doing things out of a whim. Like, I had a very curious question for you, Chris. See, you have been stuck with the same YouTube channel for how many years now?
Let me check that. I think I started it in 2008. I don't. Where would I be able to see that?
on your about page on YouTube?
Created 2007 and January 20th.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you've had this YouTube channel for the longest time. I know that you haven't changed, but me, I've gone through like a bunch of channels, and one of them were taken down because back in like 2007 or 2008, when I did start uploading like these anime slideshows, they, I mean, I used music that got copyrighted, and I got like a bunch of strikes.
You
But
don't
this was
want to do
before.
that.
See, this was before YouTube cared about these copyright claims, you know? And like everybody was able to do whatever they wanted on YouTube, which was actually pretty cool. Like I was there when we still had the old channel layout, which was like the two videos that you liked, and then your videos, and then like your about summary on the side, and like you can leave comments on the channel. Like that was the shit back then.
Whoa, bad word.
Bad word.
I thought we were a family friendly channel.
We are family friendly as long as we don't use it more than once.
Well, you already used.
Well, at least for me, I already used it once.
Well, it's the same video, so it doesn't
But
matter.
you can use it once.
I don't think it works that way.
I think it does.
So if you have 100 people on the podcast, each person can say it?
No. That's why we don't have 100 people on the podcast.
Uh-huh.
But I going back before I get distracted, I went through so many YouTube channels. So this one, Tomoya Collections, and I started last year, no, to 2018, right? 2018. I don't even remember. But
I don't know.
this will be my second year on the channel. And yeah, 2019. Oops, January 2019.
Both Januaries.
Yeah, both Januaries. Isn't that a coincidence? And it's just been so hard. And I wanted to know because you started it a long time ago, and I was always curious, why did you even start your YouTube channel?
I'm trying to remember how YouTube even works back then. I think I just signed up so I could rate videos because you have to be logged in to rate
Like
this, the 5 stars.
the 5 stars, right?
Yeah. So I think I also wanted to probably save videos to watch later or whatever, because that's basically how YouTube was starting up and becoming a thing, was that you could save favorites and all that.
Right. And then like leave comments and stuff on the videos, which I did a lot back then. I don't know if you did.
I think I was on and off.
Okay, so then what made you start uploading videos?
Uh, for the memes, really, because my first video was a meme.
It was what anime was that from?
It was Haruhi.
Haruhi, the one anime I haven't watched since until today.
Oh, you started watching?
No, I haven't. Not
Oh,
yet.
well, you said till. I mean,
Well, you're right. Bad choice of words.
how dare you?
I know. I'm sorry.
But yeah, it was basically a meme of Haruhi kicking Itsuki in the head. I think it's Itsuki. No, it's just some random club member in the head because he wanted to do a battle with their club.
Right.
So I thought it was funny, so I did it on repeat like 3 times, rainbow colors and everything like that. So that was
Oh
my
yeah, the
meme
rainbow
video.
colors.
Rainbow slow motion.
See, that was a really big thing. That's how you know the trend of back in 2007 or 8 or whenever you uploaded that video. It was a bunch of repeats and a bunch of rainbow in slow-mo or
Right.
fast speed.
And then at the end, you have the blue screen with the white text as the credits.
Yes. Yes, I remember those. I used to use those a lot.
And then after that, I uploaded 2 music videos with the album cover art for two Dream Theater songs, and they've gotten a lot of views.
I think those are your most viewed videos, aren't they?
Well, one of them is the song called 6 o'clock, which is basically just a song about Christmas morning, so it always gets a lot of views around this time of the year.
Of course.
It just spikes because everyone's like, "Oh, 6 o'clock on the Christmas morning. I always listen to this song." Like, all right, I don't, but good for you. You're giving me views, so thanks.
Right.
But I was planning on uploading more of them, but then I was like, well, I'm probably gonna get copyright strikes if I keep doing this. So I stopped for a bit, and then Call of Duty Black Ops came out, and they had like a easy upload option from the PS3 directly to your YouTube channel, which
Mm-hmm.
was the first for like basically any PS3 game, I think. You can do whatever edits you wanted in the game and then just upload the video straight to YouTube. So I
Wow,
just
I
had
didn't
some
know
of
that.
those, but obviously no views on those really. And then in the middle of that, I uploaded a Final Fantasy VII video tutorial on how to get Yuffie, which got a lot of views. It's
With
my
yeah, I saw that one.
second most viewed video. And I think I did a pretty good job on it. I explained everything. I went through. I didn't explain anything. I just did a walkthrough on the options you have to take. So I think it did pretty good.
I mean, I remember that there was a phase on YouTube where every video was a walkthrough with like all these new video games coming out.
Right, but this wasn't a new video game, so I don't really know how it caught on. I think it was just like a steady viewership over time.
Probably.
And
And
then
then I saw that on your channel you got a lot of league stuff too.
yeah, so I guess it wasn't that big of a period where I didn't upload videos back then, but once League introduced like their replay system, that allowed you to record gameplay from the replay. So then that's how I got those videos. And then after that, I just dropped off the face of the earth until until COVID happened, and I decided to start streaming from my PS4, which didn't really work because everyone was using the internet, so I think my thing got messed up.
Oh no.
But I mean, those videos are up there if you want to watch them, but they're boring.
It wasn't until you started doing the Final Fantasy VII remake that you started editing and actually talking in your videos.
Well, no, I started the Rise of the Tomb Raider videos.
Oh, right, right, right. I forgot about those.
I only
Sorry.
got two of those edited before I had to start playing and editing the Final Fantasy VII remake. I fell behind on editing the Tomb Raider, and then I stopped editing the Final Fantasy VII remake. I just got tired of it. I don't know. It just took too long.
Oh. I mean those games like the editing and the and your ideas and like opinions of the game and stuff were really interesting to watch. I think those were like my most favorite ones from your pile besides the Haruhi one.
Uh huh. I mean, I think I have a boring voice, so it I don't think people really want to watch an hour and a half of some boring guy talk over a video game.
It's okay. I mean, there's like people like Dashi and PewDiePie who like over exaggerate everything, and it kind of makes me feel a little bit annoyed. That's why I kind of don't watch those type of gamer um YouTubers. Like I watch Jazzy Guns, but also because like she started doing a lot of Among Us streams, and I really enjoy those. or I would watch like Sea Dog VA do his streams for Among Us as well. And then I saw a couple of Fall Guys one, but Fall Guys is like a weird game where like the second one of your crewmates lose, they have to just sit there and watch you play, and then it gets awkward
Well,
because if you
I
continue to
think
make it.
when we played with Joe, I don't think it was awkward. It was kind of fun.
No, it was fun, but like let's say if you're the only member of your crew still going through all the like missions or the levels,
Trials.
trials, it kind of gets weird when it's like out of the 5 people who joined the round, only one is still continuing on.
Uh-huh. I guess after a certain point they're like, "Come on, just lose already so we can play."
Exactly. That's that's
So
kind of
they're
how
cheering
the
on your deaths.
yeah, exactly. That's how Sea Dog VA's what do you call it? His stream kind of went. His like he was in like a group of 10 people, and he was the only one, like the only man standing at the end, and he
Uh-huh.
just kept on playing. And then he started playing like the same trials over and over because that's the only thing that the game was giving him because it's random.
Right.
And then like his friends went from, "You got this, Connor," to, "Can you just die already? Oh my gosh, just kick him off, please."
I mean, isn't that fun to watch?
What, your friends telling you to lose?
Well, like for the audience though.
I mean, yeah, but like I also wanted to watch like his friends kind of play too, so
Uh-huh.
and for that I would have to see on their end of the stream. But if I watch their end of the stream and they're the only ones watching, then it kind of gets a little awkward too. You know what I mean?
Right. So I think well, I also watch like gaming channels and typically what they do is like switch between each perspective. But I guess that involves a lot of editing as well. Rooster
Yeah.
Teeth is a big one that does that.
I know RDC World Gaming does that too, but they all are in the same room together. Like right now, they're doing all of these, like for at least the gamers I watch, it's all remote.
Right.
So they have their own individual streams and they don't edit or whatever because they're all on Twitch and live streaming on YouTube. Well, at least Jazzy Gun streams on YouTube, but Connor only does it on Twitch. And then like people who watch it on Twitch grab his video and put it on YouTube. So am I a real fan of Sea Dog VA? You tell me.
Uh well, you did go to his panel, right?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was there with you.
yeah. That was a cool panel. But I think he was very awkward because he was very timid in that panel. And like when we gave him the New York goodbye, he just seemed very awkward and didn't know what to do.
Right. But I mean, I think that's natural for people who are used to being in their on their own in their own room recording by themselves and not really having an audience watch them while they talk.
Yeah. Or like if he's streaming and he's just with his friends and he can just be himself, like cursing them out and calling them names. It's different.
Right.
But like, I don't think you should be worried about having your voice sound like very boring because it's not. But like everybody has their different tastes in like watching people. Some people like the very crazy ones,
Uh-huh.
and others like the more relaxing people. So
Well, I think my voice is just monotonous, so it's easy to confuse it for boring if you wanted to call it boring.
I mean, I guess that's one way to say it, but I don't find it boring.
Okay. Works for
Well, you
me.
should keep uploading though.
I need to edit
You
and
should edit.
I don't want to edit.
I know it takes so much because I literally edit all of my videos, and I know a lot of big YouTubers have their own um personal editor. That would be really cool. Even C Dog VA admitted that he was like, "I suck at editing. Here you go, Evan, and edit all my crap." Right? So
Yeah.
I think it's easier for bigger YouTubers to do that because they can pay somebody to do that.
Exactly. It's all
But
about the
like,
money.
it's all about the money. But for me, I already buy like my main channel. If you guys haven't seen my YouTube, again, subscribe. Shameless promotion.
All
Uh,
links will be in the description.
exactly. Yay.
Which
My
reminds me, I actually didn't do that.
Oh wow, that helps a lot.
Oh, but hold on, let me do
That's
that.
all right. No, it's okay. So my YouTube channel is literally all about buying stuff and revealing it to my audience. So paying for a personal editor is already something I cannot financially do. I am going to admit that straight off the first podcast. Yeah, financially I cannot do that and pay a personal editor. I would love to do that because my editing sucks and I can do better quality content, I guess, stuff if I didn't have to edit my own stuff. I believe so, especially for my second channel. I want to do all this funny stuff and yet I can't because I know my editing skills will not match up to my ideas that I have, and that kind of sucks, like at least for me in the thought. So like, so my main channel I do the not want to say the basic, but I want to I do to what my ability of my skills allows me to, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
So I mean, and my the content I put on the main channel Tomoya Collections is very straightforward. Here's the thing I bought, here's how much it costs, very cool, or it sucks, or not what I expected my review, and then we move on. Next video, right? So
Right.
that's just how my channel is.
I mean, if you stop buying things that cost like $10,000, you can afford an editor.
Okay, listen.
Just
All
saying.
right. See, I'm taking a big dip, okay? Cuz apparently thing like if I upload a video that has nothing to do with an unboxing or nothing to do with something I didn't buy, the views are not there. So that's why I decided to move all of that stuff to a second channel so that if you want to watch unboxings, it's all gonna be on the main channel. If you want to watch me do random crap, it's on my second channel. Um, but I do want to commit myself more to this gaming channel because I do love video games and I have become quap over the years.
Your gaming skill has declined?
Oh yeah, it's definitely declined so much. Because I was a big gamer in middle school. That's when like the PlayStation 2 came out, and I was playing all the God of War, Devil May Cry. I was playing the Naruto Ultimate Ninja games, one and two, because I never was able to get three. My parents didn't want to get me three. Um, there I was playing the PSP. There was Final Fantasy Crisis Core, Final Fantasy Dissidia, Rock Band. All of this, like all of these different games, I was playing during middle school, and I used to focus a lot on my gaming, and I was pretty good. But then once high school hit, I actually decided to focus more on my studies, and that actually stopped me from playing as hardcore as I used to.
School is the bane of your life.
Yeah, and guess what? I ended up being an educator, so I don't know.
Why?
I mean,
Why, Tomoya? Why do this to yourself?
I don't know. Maybe I like torturing myself, I guess. No, I'm joking. I actually do like teaching, though. I think it's fun, even though it can get annoying and very time consuming, and which is why I want to force myself to get back into gaming because I really love gaming. But the teaching life kind of takes away a lot of the time or takes a lot of energy, and then you don't have enough energy to even pick up the controller. So I'm trying to like force myself to do that.
Right. But how do you do that if you have to do your lesson planning and all that stuff on even on weekends?
I mean, well, now that we're in remote, it's not as harsh,
But
which
aren't they
I'm
coming back next week?
no, actually. Apparently, we are gonna get that decision until January. It's only elementary school that's going back next week.
Okay.
Yeah, so for me, I'm still okay. Um, all this remote stuff is fine. I don't like working in my home space. Um, but you know what? At least I don't have to take time to like, go the commute to work and the commute home and then having to do the things I have here. I can just go straight onto the new monitor and like plug in the PlayStation and do that. But I haven't done that yet either, so
Well, that's a recent change, so you
that
still have
very
time.
recent. Yeah, that was very recent. So hopefully, like now, I can start uploading stuff to that gaming channel, which I've already started promoting, but there's nothing on there yet. So,
What's going to be your first gameplay video?
I mean, I wanted. Okay, so I did a lot of recording, like pre-recordings of Among Us, the game you do not want to play.
I made a meme
And
about it. That's it. That's
you
all I'm
did
doing.
make, but it wasn't an Among Us meme.
Yeah, but it works because Fall Guys is similar in the visuals at least.
No, the Fall Guys characters look creepy to me. I don't like them.
Okay.
So so I like the Among Us ones. I want a plushie of my Among Us character. I'm like the blue character with an egg, like a splattered egg. When you crack an egg open, put on the pan, that's what it looks like. And I have a little robot following me.
Uh-huh.
I want a plushie of that.
So you'd have to go to like an Etsy store or something, right, to get it customized?
Yeah. Yeah. Which honestly, I think I'm gonna have that as my, because right now I have my profile picture on the YouTubes as one of my customized commissions from one of my friends who actually did the cover of this podcast, which shout out to her. Her name is Abby Rin.
I need to put
She
her link in here too. Oops.
Yes, you do. She
But
deserves it.
I
She did
yeah,
so much work on
I
that.
know.
But yeah, if you guys see my Instagram and my gaming channel, it's her work. She's really great with making these chibis. So again, shout out to her. Um, and I'm probably gonna get her to make me a another artwork, but me holding my imposter character for that gaming channel. I might have her do my cover art as well because I would like a really cool cover art. My cover art's from like the the banner for YouTube on my Tomoya collections and the random Tomoya look pretty crap because I did them myself and I'm not really proud of them. So, you know, I want her to do those two. But again, if you would like to see her work, she's really great. Those links will be in the description below, right, Chris?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean the YouTube video is live, so it should all be good once this is done. It'll be in the description, everything's fine. And then on the Apple Podcast, once it gets up there, all the description will be as perfect as it needs to be.
By the way, how do you feel on actually being on Apple Podcasts? I'm actually pretty excited to see our cover art on there. Isn't that exciting?
We'll be an official podcast at that point.
Oh my gosh, we'll be an official podcast. I mean, if we last that long. I hope we
Yeah,
last that long.
I mean that's why we need topics. So,
Ooh,
what
it
do you
would
think
be
the topic is today?
the topic today for the rest of the time that we are here is slice of life. Now, I don't know if a lot of our well,
Boom, updated thumbnail.
if you are a anime weeb, okay, a real one, you guys should know the genre slice of life. Because if you don't know,
Why
Let's
are
talk
you
about it.
here?
Why are you here? No, we're still welcoming you. You're gonna learn something today.
You're
So
gonna learn today.
you'll learn today. Do you want to explain what a slice of life is?
A slice of life is a slice of life. What do you mean?
I mean, for those who don't know what the genre slice of life is, like,
Do you want the formal definition, or should I just go off of what I know?
go off of what you know. What is your expertise?
Okay, so slice of life is basically an anime that shows the life of a normal student, either middle school or high school. They seems to always be about school, but that's the idea. They go to school, they have friends or don't have friends, they make friends. Typical preteen stuff and teenager stuff that happens during life, and just the day-to-day activities of what goes on, how everyone reacts to the things that are going on, and sometimes something unexpected happens and then you get the story or you don't get a story. It
Yeah,
all
slice
depends.
of life. Yeah, it all depends. And slice of life is really like more on the comedy side. Like if you look at the different anime, we got Lucky Star, Azumanga Daioh, Nichijou, K-On. They're all very comedic because life is a joke. I'm kidding. Um, but like, yeah, I actually do really enjoy
I
slice of
think the
life.
YouTube is experiencing some difficulties. I don't know.
Oh
It's my
no.
first time setting up streaming, but hopefully it's still working for you guys.
Listen, I can't even help you with that because me and technology, we are not friends,
Sad. But
right?
I'll I mean, for your video that you're going to upload, it's going to be good because I'm just going to send you the recording and you can put up your own image for people to look at while they listen, or they can just go straight to the Apple Podcast once it's uploaded there.
True, true, true.
This is a
Yeah.
test. Don't worry about it. It'll get better the
Testing,
next time.
testing. One, two, three. Yeah, you're right. It will get better. I hope it gets better. But yeah, do you like slice of life stuff? I enjoy it.
I used to watch it a lot more uh, back in the old days of high school.
The good old days.
And then college happened. I believe I switched to a different genre of anime before just I just stopped watching anime in general.
That's a crime. Are you really a weeb?
Maybe. I just
Hmm.
started playing video games at that point
Okay. Okay. I
and
think you're
watching
excused.
videos. But
True.
those can be different discussions for different days. We're
Yeah,
on slice of
different.
life right now.
True. I mean, I don't. I actually do like watching slice of life because it's a better since it's all so in like in the school life basically. I like seeing the characters actually be in Japanese schools. To be honest, I'm not really sure how I would feel if it would be in like if one of the animes took place in an American classroom. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the whole experience would be completely different in an American classroom. Although it would be interesting to see how an anime would develop in an American classroom just to see if it would work in any way.
I mean, yeah, I guess like if a creator um decides to do an American based slice of life, it would be interesting, but I don't know.
You definitely wouldn't be able to do as many of them as you can with Japanese classrooms.
Yeah. And do you realize that like almost all the teachers are female, like the homeroom teachers?
I feel like that's a thing in Japan.
Is it?
I believe so.
Okay, because like in Lucky Star, there's a female homeroom. In Nichijou, it's female, right? She's a female.
Yeah,
Azumanga Daioh, it's a female. Toradora, I don't remember since ooh, how long has it been since I watched this anime? It's really old. I don't remember if the homeroom teacher was. I don't even think we even paid attention to the homeroom teacher. Because Toradora was like a specific rom com
right,
slice of life. But Kaon, the homeroom teacher, is a female.
right. In Haruhi, it's actually a guy, so I guess it's just like 90% or whatever.
Ooh, true. And like I said, guys, I haven't seen Haruhi, so.
I mean, I didn't even know until I looked it up just now,
Oh,
so
wow.
I don't think he was really important.
Yeah, because some of the slice of life, they will put some focus or make the homeroom teacher a part of the student's life, versus in other ones, it's just like, oh, she's just another random person here. Like we already know that that's the homeroom. We don't need to know anything else.
Yeah,
Miss, oh sorry, go
uh,
for it.
no, it was just green.
Oh yeah, Miss Kudui from Lucky Star. She's hilarious. I love her. She's so funny, especially because like she is the what subject does she teach?
Oh, uh,
Isn't it
mm,
history? Because in one of the
probably.
episodes, Kagami borrowed Konata's notebook for Miss Kurui's class, and I think it was history.
I wouldn't be able to tell you. I have not watched Lucky Star in a while.
My gosh, I watch it from time to time because it's so good.
All I do is watch
Especially,
clips, and they don't usually involve the teacher.
oh no, Miss Kurui is so funny though. Especially when like Konata and Tsukasa always go to Miyuki for help instead of to their actual teacher. That's like one of the biggest things that
Uh
like
huh.
she gets upset with because she's like, oh, Miyuki thinks she's so cool. Yeah, and they always go up to her, but they never ask me any questions. And the only time Konata ever goes up to her is to ask her for like gaming questions because they play the same video game online.
Right.
So yeah, it's funny to see her perspective. But in Azumanga Daioh, if I remember correctly, what's her name? Do you remember the homeroom teacher's name?
Nope. I don't even remember the characters' names.
Oh, how long ago have you seen Azumanga Daioh?
Well, just when you were showing me the episodes.
Hmm. Okay. Um,
That's like back in college, right?
college days. Oh, Miss Tanazaki. Yeah, Miss Tanazaki, she is the homeroom teacher for Azumanga Daioh, and like she is actually in almost all of the episodes. Like she has an important role because she's the foreign language teacher, and
Uh huh.
she's like the dumb teacher, which is so ironic because usually teachers should be the people with the knowledge and the smart ones because you know they're teachers, right? But she's like the ironic, lazy, dumb, like always is very competitive with her other her rival, which is Minamo,
Uh
which is
huh.
the PE teacher, because they went to college together and they end up working at the same school. But yeah, I feel like the homeroom teachers should have an important role. But I'm glad that in Azumanga Daioh and in Lucky Star, it happens. I don't know about other anime. I don't think so. I know in
Um.
Clannad they don't. The
Well, I mean, in
homeroom is not
K-On,
important.
the homeroom teacher is basically the head of the club, of the
Yeah,
music
she's the
club,
advisor. Yeah.
right? So she's involved in a lot of things.
She's involved but not involved at the same time. Cuz like she will pop up but most of the attention will be on the main characters.
Right.
Like she's in the middle. But like in like for example Haruhi like you just said Clannad, um Nichijou, I don't think the homeroom teachers are that important.
Uh, well, the homeroom teacher pops up from time to time, and it's actually the principal that actually appears more often than her, I think.
Oh yeah,
Especially
because they
when he
were
fights the
making fun
deer.
of the principal.
Sorry?
Oh, they were making fun of the principal in the first episode.
Right, like with his hair or something, right?
No, it was that he always brings up puns, and he's the only one who laughs. And they're like, does he know that his puns are not funny?
I think isn't I thought that was another teacher, not the principal. He was
No, that was the principal. Because
oh
I recently started watching Nichijou, guys. So like, that first episode is very ingrained in my head, which I don't understand why. Like, this is a weird slice of life Nichijou because one of the characters is a literal robot
hey,
or
don't be
cyborg.
hating Nano.
But like, I don't understand. Like, where in like a regular slice of life, like an everyday life, you will see a cyborg slash robot.
Well, Nichijou is kind of out there. They have super anime fights in a normal middle school.
And like this little doc, no, this little scientist is like hiding food in her creation,
Yeah.
like these vanilla rolls and like these little buns. So weird. Because I know you were the one who recommended me Nichijou, so I started watching it, and I thought it was gonna be like the regular type of slice of like Lucky Star and Azumanga Daioh or K-On, but it's completely different. Like you have this one dude who is coming to class on a sheep or a goat or whatever he's on,
Yeah.
and he's like, "I am the oldest son of the farmer or whatever," because he's from a farmer's family.
Yeah. He's like basically the richest guy in town.
So he's like, "Everyone shall fear me," and like he has his assistant, and everyone's like, "You can't bring a goat to school," and he's like, "It's nowhere in the regulations and handbook, that I can't bring my goat to school." And they're like, "You're technically right. There's nothing saying that you can't, but can you not?" But out of all the slice of lives, which is your favorite?
Uh,
Excluding Clannad, because I know you've never watched Clannad.
well then there's no need to exclude it if I'm not gonna pick it.
I mean, I'm according to the ones that you've already seen.
Probably Lucky Star.
Yes.
That was pretty much I guess the most typical slice of life you could possibly get out of an anime. It just starts out in the first episode, they're just talking about the food that they're eating and how to eat it. And that's just not something you would get in the first episode of any other anime where they just talk about something so mundane, so typical, and make that a show.
You know what's really funny? So I here's a little story time for you guys really quick because of that first episode. So I was going to donate some platelets at the New York Blood Center, and I came across this Japanese supermarket, and I was online already going to pay for this ice cream that I had bought. I saw in their bakery basket that there was a cornet, not a choco cornet like she says it, but it was a coffee cornet, and I had an idea for a video.
Are you gonna do it?
I already did it. I just have
Oh,
to edit and do
nice.
a bunch of stuff with it. But That's literally what I had in mind. I'm not gonna spoil anything else, but once I saw that coffee cornet, I knew I just had to do the video.
If you've
And I
watched
actually,
Lucky Star, you know what's gonna
yeah,
happen.
oh yeah, yeah. And I'm not gonna lie, that cornet was sitting at my desk for like a week.
Oh, ew.
It still was pretty good, but was it in its crisp quality of that day I actually bought it? Probably not, but it was still pretty good. It just had a lot of filling.
Well, did the filling like move, or was it like sort of eh?
It
Or
was very solid.
right? So I guess it's not really the correct experience according to Lucky Star, right?
I mean, again, like I said, I'm not trying to spoil a lot, but
Okay.
that's the thing that I thought of when you mentioned the first episode. But it's funny, literally the first episode is Konata running, doing her lap, um,
Uh huh.
for PE. And like right then and there you already are given the fact that she's really fast. So you already know right off the bat that she's an athletic person, but she doesn't get into any sports clubs because she doesn't want it to ruin her primetime anime. Because when Lucky Star was made, they were still doing recordings in VHS recordings on the TV. So there wasn't like I guess any YouTube at the time or any of the streaming like of like Netflix and like Hulu and all of these
No DVR.
no DVR. There was no of these like what do you call them? The thing anime, I mean Kiss Anime was these pirate mid anime websites.
Um, what do you mean? Like,
Like
what do you call them?
yeah.
Pirate anime websites
Yeah,
or pirated anime websites because some pirate anime are not pirated.
true. But Kiss Anime got shut down because it was a pirated anime website, which
Sad
was
for
I
them.
think yeah, big sad. They were one of the biggest pirated anime websites out there, and I guess a lot of people used these pirated websites because back then when anime became a thing here in America, um, we didn't have Netflix or Hulu, and even when Netflix and Hulu started, because they're not old companies, they're actually pretty brand new. Uh, they didn't allow anime stuff to go on there yet. So a lot of people either used Funimation, which I had once, but it wasn't the best system. Probably now they have better streaming for those type of animes, and they had Crunchyroll, which you now have to pay. So it's a lot of people started using these pirated um, anime websites, which I'm going to be guilty of because I actually do know of one which is really good, but we shouldn't be doing that, you guys. So now I start watching anime on like Hulu or Netflix.
Uh huh. Well, there's also Amazon Prime that's starting to do a lot of anime as well.
Yeah, but that's like another thing you have to pay for.
Yep.
Everything's so expensive nowadays.
And we're not getting paid more.
Nope. And if we do, the prices go up. So that is life in America.
Slice of life in America.
Slice of life in America. Can someone actually make a slice of life?
Just debt and
Just
sadness.
debt and sadness, right? Like that would be very, very realistic and it will hit close to home for a lot of us.
I don't think I want to watch that.
I would watch it and then rate it 5 out of 5 for the most realistic thing I've ever seen in my life. This anime should be a non-fiction classic.
Sure.
No. That's what I'm saying. Like, I wouldn't know if I would be comfortable watching a slice of life from because it's different watching it in a Japanese perspective because it's not the way we grew up with the education system that we have here in America, or like the education or America. I mean, like the environment is way different. So it's nice to see the Japanese perspective, which is why I like it a lot more. But I don't know if I would want to watch an American perspective, a slice of life version in America.
It all depends on what kind of aspect they focus on.
I mean, if they do the same thing as like just watching a group of friends from high school or middle school do its thing, all we're gonna see is literally peer pressure going into our emo or hood phases and all of this stuff. Cliques, the popular kids and the nerds and the non-popular kids, all of this stuff. I think that's what we would see a lot. I'm not gonna lie. So
Right.
I don't
So,
know
I
if I
don't
would be
know.
comfortable.
If they just follow the same format as the Japanese one, then it's just like a change in scenery, which I don't know if that would really help anything.
Yeah, because the classrooms, even in like Japanese videos of like Japanese classrooms, like it's very, very realistic, like how clean it is, how respectful the students are, and how like laid back they can be too. Here, oh my gosh, it would be so much different. And it also depends on the school. Because in like a lot of the slice of life, it seems like the same flow of an environment besides Nichijou, because we don't actually have these big battle fighting scenes. But like all the other anime, it's like the same scenery, the same flow, the same energy. Here in America, it's like one school is completely different from the other, which is completely different from the next one. It's all different feels.
Uh huh.
So I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe there are anime about American schools, but we haven't seen them. So, if anyone knows of any, let us know.
Yes, suggest some animes that we should watch. Um, that will help us give a review on them. Any slice of life, because I do need new anime to watch, which I should be finishing up Nichijou soon.
So, where are you watching Ichijo?
See, the thing is, Netflix, Hulu doesn't have Nichijou, and I don't have Crunchyroll. So I kinda, and again, I did say we shouldn't be doing this, but I did go back to my pirated website
Uh oh.
to watch it. Now, I know Nichijou was out for a long time, but I refuse to watch it in Japanese. I don't like watching comedy or action anime in Japanese because I just want to hear it. I want to see it instead of reading. So I waited until Nichijou came out with an English dub to actually watch it,
Uh huh.
which is why I went back to my pirated website to watch it.
I
I know,
bought the Blu ray and I haven't watched it.
spending money and not using it.
That's my life right now.
Oh
I've
gosh.
bought a lot of anime and video games that I haven't touched yet.
Same. I bought the PlayStation 5 and I only used it once. So, and this new Yeti that I'm using right now, I bought it a while ago and I'm finally using it.
So yay for using it.
Yay for
Yay.
using the things that we bought and spent money on years ago and we're finally using it. Woohoo. So, isn't that awkward? A lot of people would be like, "You're not using your PlayStation 5. You know how hard it is to find one nowadays?" And I'll be like,
Tough luck,
"Yeah."
loser.
Oh my gosh, that was
I'm
harsh.
kidding.
No, you were not. That. Nah, he's kidding. He's kidding.
So what's your response to that?
You know what? Tough luck, loser. I'm kidding.
There you
I'm
go.
kidding.
There you go.
I'm so kidding. You know how many people waited 10 plus hours on like Walmart or something to get a PlayStation 5?
I've been seeing the reactions of people going to like 20 different websites to try to get it, and it's just impossible to get. I've experienced that myself on GameStop when I tried to get it when it was back in stock, and it did not work out for me.
Mm-mm. No, I was one of the lucky ones that got it literally on the day of its pre-order release. And I don't know how. I don't know how. Usually these are done completely done within maybe 10 minutes of the pre-release hour, and like I got it almost an hour later. I will
Well, it's
never
because
forget
it
that
got
day.
messed up. I think a lot of places started the pre-order early.
The pre-order started at like 5 o'clock or 4 o'clock, and I ended up getting my payment process through at like 51, like 4:51 or 5:51, something like that. And I never thought I would actually make it through because I'm like, oh my gosh, like I waited. I literally waited um on the website. I had it loaded. I had Best Buy uploaded. I had Target open, GameStop open, and I was ready. I was ready. I had both of my computers open. I had my phone open, ready to get in, and boom, it was impossible to get one. Then I went from trying to get the 4.99 one, yeah, the 4.99 one, which comes with the disc, to this is sold out now. You can only get one of the bundles, and even the bundles are still getting sold out. So I'm like, oh, I need to get the bundle now, which went from 4.99, which was I was aiming to spend, to about $800.
And what'd you
So
get?
I got the PlayStation 5. I got
Digital.
the digital version, which I did not want, but whatever. Um, I got an extra remote. I got a charging station. I got a 1 year subscription for PlayStation Play or PlayStation Now. You know, the online one.
Is it
And then I
PlayStation
got
Plus?
PlayStation Plus, yeah. And then
Okay.
I got a $100 gift card for the PlayStation Store,
I mean, that works if you're a digital gamer, which you are not.
which I'm not, but you know what? I'm just going to play my PlayStation 4 games on my PlayStation 4 and just play whatever PlayStation 5 games I can on the PlayStation 5. Um because now like I set it up pretty cool in my room, which now I have a monitor, and like I can just hook up both systems to the monitor and like get my videos from there to start editing from the USB to my computer. Then I guess it will just be fine.
So both of them work on the new monitor?
I mean, I haven't tested them out, but I really should.
Yeah, probably should.
Yeah. um
Otherwise,
but that will happen
that
soon.
monitor might need to be returned or something.
Listen, that box
What'd
was
you do
already
with the
thrown
box?
out.
What happened to the box?
Thrown out.
Why?
I mean, I don't know. It was taking up stuff from like room in my room. Listen, I don't know. I'm gonna make it work. I actually even bought other things for it, so I'll make it work.
Okay.
Yeah, but I guess that is all the time we have left. Didn't that hour go by so quick?
Wait, we're only doing an hour?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's an hour.
well, we don't have to force it to be an hour, but I don't know.
I mean, now we are in an awkward. Why did you make this so awkward now?
I didn't do anything. You did it.
Because you know what, we're not going to discuss this right now. I mean, guys, listen again. First podcast, we had already agreed for it to be an hour.
I do not recall that.
I recall that. But but now I don't know. This is very awkward.
I thought it was either an hour and a half, somewhere in there. Didn't
I
know it
thought
was
it was
strictly an
45
hour.
minutes to an hour.
45. We never said 45.
Well, I knew an hour was on there.
Okay, so we're doing an hour.
I
Bye.
mean, why? No, you gotta do an outro.
uh, such concludes our first podcast
What
about
is wrong with
what?
you?
Well, do you want to do it?
You said thus concludes our first podcast. Why is it so awkward?
Well, you do it then.
Mm. No, you go for it. You do it. You do it. I
Uh,
did the intro.
okay. So, uh, I don't know what to say, but thank you guys for coming to watch our first podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed the topic, and if there's any new topics that you want us to discuss, let us know in the comments, and we'll be sure to address those concerns that you may have about anybody that was called a loser, and we'll be sure to get everything straightened out for the next one. How's that sound to everyone?
Yeah. Also, for if you are listening to this on the Apple Podcast, please leave us a rating. We will appreciate your feedback. Okay. Again, this is the first episode, so please don't be so harsh on us. Again, it will be better the next time. I promise you that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we will see you guys next week on Otaku Tea.
Oh, it's great how YouTube's finally. Oh, excellent connection. Right at the end. Thanks,
Right at
YouTube.
the end, because YouTube likes doing this to us.
Yeah.
All right. See you next week, everyone.
Thanks
Let
for
us
joining
know.
the OtakuTea Podcast. And
Yay.
we'll see you when? How often are we doing this?
Once a week.
Once a week. So well, actually, next week I'm busy.
We'll figure that out. But we'll see you next time.
Yeah. Next episode,
Yay.
we'll see you. Whenever that is. Maybe next week. Maybe the day after. I don't know.
Oh
We'll
no,
see you.
we'll see you guys. All
We'll
right.
figure it out.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, stop the stream. Stop the recordings.